Hello, this is Neil, the art instructor at masterpaintingnow.com. The link is in the description just below the video. So go ahead and click more, and then you can click on the link and go to my website and see more free tutorials. Right, so what I'm doing here is drawing from my imagination, and this is all in real time right now. When I first start drawing, I do gesture, and I personally do gestures mostly with stick figures. But some people do gesture with like opposite C's, and that's fine. Whatever works for you is what you want to use. Sometimes I use a mixture of opposite C's and stick figure. The whole point, though, of a gesture drawing is to capture the power of the movement, to capture the movement itself, the force of the movement. And that's all the gesture. It's not about accuracy. It's not about being correct. It's about capturing that movement. And then you want to draw a correct drawing on top of that so that your correct drawing has more life and movement to it than if you didn't start with the gesture drawing. So be very loose with your gesture, be very exaggerative, and really just kind of capture that movement you want. And anyway, so that's the purpose of a gesture drawing. And once you know the purpose of a gesture drawing, then you can develop your own style and how you draw them. Now then I begin to just kind of put in a basic mannequin and maybe just a little bit of anatomy, kind of mixing it up a little bit. And this is all from imagination. Of course, you just have to take my word for that. I'm not looking at anything. I didn't look at anything prior. It's actually kind of a warm-up sketch for the day. And I figured I'd go ahead and record it for you guys so you can kind of see the process and hear my thoughts on it. I didn't talk while I was drawing because I didn't want to be distracted while talking. I wanted to just, bust out a quick sketch and just show my process and then kind of talk about it a little bit as I'm doing it. Now, in order for you to be able to do this from your imagination, to just be able to, draw out sketches from your imagination, you have to know anatomy. And I know it's like for some people learning anatomy for drawing might be boring, but I don't find it boring, but some people might. But it's necessary to learn because you have to know it if you ever want to succeed in the art world. If you ever want to, do like comics or storyboarding, anything that includes you drawing human figures quickly from your imagination, the anatomy is important. But once you know the anatomy, it's very easy to, well, not always easy, but it's pretty easy to draw quickly from imagination. And it's such a freeing feeling to be able to do this, just to be able to imagine something and put it on paper and work it out. You know where muscles attach to bones, all that kind of stuff because you learned it. And anyway, so it's very cool. I'm not saying you have to get my anatomy course. My anatomy course is 65 hours long. It's not to be confused with my Master the Human Figure course. That's a different course. That one's only 13 hours long. And although it's very helpful to drawing figures, if you really want to master drawing figures, you have to know the anatomy, which is why I made the anatomy course. And there are other anatomy courses out there you can take, like Vilpu's anatomy course, for example, but you're going to be paying $500. And in all honesty, I think that my course is more comprehensive, my teaching style more comprehensive, and the course better because I cover more stuff. But anyway, it's up to you, who you decide to go with. But my course right now is very affordable. I think it's $35, something like that, for 65 hours of it's the last anatomy course you'll ever need. It's the only anatomy course for figure drawing. It's the only figure drawing course you'll ever need, period. It covers everything you need to know about figure drawing as far as learning anatomy and being able to draw from your mind. But anyway, enough about that. So in a minute here, I'm going to speed up the video, and the reason why I do that is because otherwise the video would have been 33 minutes long, and there really wouldn't have been a lot to talk about because, well, I guess I could have, talked about my thought process of what I was doing and how I'm adding the anatomy, and what I'm doing right now is I'm thinking about, one, the three-dimensional form, how much of the side view I'm seeing. I'm thinking about the corner of the object, so I visualize the torso as kind of like a cube, or a elongated cube, a cigarette box or something like this, and I'm trying to imagine where's that corner of the box at, and that helps me see the corner of the figure, and that falls right there around where that shoulder comes down to the latissimus dorsi, down to the love handle, and then you can see the side view of the pec there and the abs and stuff, and then you can see some of the back, but it's being foreshortened because you're viewing it at an angle. Anyway, so I keep all that in mind as I'm also thinking about the anatomy. That is, I'm thinking about the bones and where the muscles are attaching to those bones. And I suppose I could have, like, while in real time talking, gone through it. Maybe I'll do that for the VIP version. Maybe I'll do another pose from imagination, and I will do it all in real time. And then I'll just kind of talk about why I'm drawing it the way I'm drawing it, like because this muscle attaches here. I'm thinking about as the arm turns over where the muscles attach and stuff like that. For example, the deltoid attaches to the side of your humerus bone. And by the side of your humerus bone, I mean I can view you from the front, I can view you from the back, and I can view you from the side. When I view you from the side, it's that, and your arms are down by your sides. It's that side. That is what I'm calling the side of the humerus bone. The front of the humerus bone would be if I'm looking straight at you and your arms are just relaxed to your side. There I'd be looking at your bicep. And if I'm viewing from the back side, I'm viewing the back side of your humerus bone. That would be your tricep. Anyway, the deltoid attaches to the side of your humerus bone, as well as your pecs. The pecs all attach right there, and then your latissimus dorsi attaches right there, which actually that and the coracobrachialis creates like your armpit. Anyway, I think about that while I'm drawing, and I go, okay, well, if the arm is turned this way, where is the side? I always think about where is the side of the humerus bone, because that tells me where my deltoid is going. When I know where my deltoid's going, I know where my pecs are going and latissimus dorsi is going, and it just helps me flow all those muscles together. Now, what I did do is I totally messed up his arm here, and I'm like, what did I do? And I wasn't really thinking about it. I'm like, okay, I'll just redraw it like this. And in my mind, I was thinking of two different things at once, and so that's why I messed up. So I'm like, okay, I need to start from scratch. I need to think about the bones. So I just go from scratch, draw the scapula and the other, part of the collarbone that you can see on the other side, and the bones, just a representation of the humerus bone and the forearm bones. And I'm like, okay, where do these muscles attach? I know, the deltoids are going to attach to the side of the humerus bone, which is actually at the top, and you can't see that, but you can still see the shape of the deltoid like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I fixed the butt as well. Check out my courses on my website. And just one other quick thing. If you found this video helpful, please click on the share button and share it with your YouTube or your Facebook or your Twitter, or all of them if you want to. Just click a bunch of them that you have and share it with your friends, because if it helped you, it'll probably help them too. All right, thanks for watching.